This is the question asked in today's SkillTrack Daily Challenge. So let us see our sample test cases. In the first line of input, we are given the value of n, and then we are given n integers as input. And in our output, we must print a single integer which denotes the number of pairs. So to count the number of valid pairs, every integers out of the n integers must be concatenated with the integers that are present next to it. And after concatenating every integers, a new integer is formed. And now we have to check whether the new integer has all the digits from 0 to 9. And if the newly formed integer has all the digits from 0 to 9, then the particular pair is a valid pair. So in those cases, we must increment the value of pair count by 1. So here first we have to take this integer 38479, and then all the integers that are present next to it must be concatenated to this integer one by one. So for example, first 38479 and then the integer 74180 must be concatenated with it. And now it will form a new integer 38479 74180. And now we must check whether this integer has all the digits from 0 to 9. And if it has all the digits from 0 to 9, then this particular two integers must be considered as a valid pair. So we would be incrementing the value of our counter, and then we must take the next integer. Now this integer 967132 must be concatenated with 38479. So the newly formed integer would be 38479 967132. And now we must check whether this newly formed integer has all the digits from 0 to 9. And again, if it has, it is a valid pair, so we will be incrementing the value of our counter. Similarly, for all the integers that are present next to it must be concatenated one by one. Once all the digits that are present after 38479 are concatenated with it, we must move on to the next digit. Now, for all the integers that are present 74180 must be concatenated with it. So now first we have to concatenate 967132 with 74180. So the newly formed integer would be this. And now we have to check whether it has all the digits from 0 to 9. So similarly, all the integers must be checked. So when we do like this for all the integers that are present among n integers, there would be 3 pairs. So our output is 3. Now let us see how to write a C program for this. This is the program I have written. So let us start from our main function. So here first I have declared some variables, and then I am accepting the value of n, and then I am creating an array named ARR of size n, and then using a for loop I am accepting n integers as input. So now we have to count the number of valid pairs. So to do that, first I am going to create a new counter variable named cnt and set its value initially to 0, and then I am going to create a nested for loop. So here in this nested for loop, the first loop iterates from 0 to n, and the second loop iterates from I plus 1 to n. Because for every integer present in ARR of I, the integers that are present next to it must be concatenated with it. So we are starting our loop from I plus 1 and going till n. In every iteration, we are going to create a new character array named s of size 20, and then we are going to concatenate the integers that are present at ARR of I and ARR of j and store it in this character array s. So to do that, we are going to make use of this sprintf function, which is a predefined function available in C. So when we define sprintf like this, the integers ARR of I and ARR of j would be concatenated and stored in this character array s. And after concatenating, we are going to check whether the character array s has all the digits in it. So to do that, we are going to make use of this function has all digits. So this function is a user defined function which I have defined above. So this function has all digits accepts a character array in its arguments and returns 1 if it has all the digits from 0 to 9 in the character array, or else it would return 0. So to do that, first we are going to create a new variable c and set its value to 0, and then we are going to create a nested for loop. And here the first loop iterates from 0 till 9 because we are given in the question that the digits must be present from 0 to 9. And then the second loop j iterates from 0 till the string length of s. And in every iteration we are checking whether the characters that are present in s of j is equal to I or not. And if it is equal, then we are going to increment the value of count and break out of this loop. And here we are using s of j minus 48 because s of j would be an ASCII value. So to obtain the decimal value from the ASCII value, we are subtracting it by 48. And after the execution of this nested for loop, if the value of c is equal to 10, it means that all the digits from 0 to 9 has occurred. So in that case, we would be returning 1, or else we would be returning 0. So to check whether this value of c is equal to 10, we are making use of this ternary operator. So if the value of c is equal to 10, the function would return 1, or else it would return 0. So this is how this function works. Now let us go back to our main function. So whenever this function has all digits return 1, we are going to increment the variable c and t. So after the execution of this for loop, the number of valid pairs would be present in this variable c and t. So finally we are printing it, which is our required output. Now let us check our program with sample test cases. So now I have given the sample input 1 and our expected output is 3. So we are also getting 3. And now I have given the sample input 2 and our expected output is 4. So we are also getting 4. So this is the logic behind today's daily challenge. Thank you for watching.